Good day, Junior Techies. I'm Mrs. Brimacombe. We're going to look now at Chapter 4, the General Ledger of a Service Business. Activity 1, Posting from the Cash Receipts Journal. On the 1st of January 2024, Aubrey Marais established a new business, Rent a Tent. His business Rent Out Tent. Here are the transactions that took place in the first month. Required: post the cash receipts journal to the general ledger on the 31st of January 2024. So if you go back to activity 1 in chapter 3, we've done the cash receipts journal by taking all the transactions that took place during that month and posting it to the cash receipts journal. Now the next step is posting the cash receipts journal to the general ledger, which is a summary of all my journals. So before we start with this activity, it is important to take note of the following. Your general ledger consists out of two sections, the balance sheet section and the nominal account section. So what goes into your balance sheet section? And this is what you can study. It will always be your owner's equity, your direct owner's equity account, which is your capital and drawings, all your assets and all your liabilities. In your nominal account section is all your indirect owner's equity account. It will be all your income and all your expenses. And this is why it is so important to go back to chapter 1 when we've done the classifications of accounts. Make sure that you understand what is an owner's equity, asset, liability, income, and expense account. Because if you're going to get that wrong, you're going to put it in the wrong section. Know where will it increase and where will it decrease. Because then you'll have a better understanding. Should I debit or should I credit? What you also can study from the cash receipts journal, your bank will always be debited. If the business receives money, bank is debited, which means that the rest is going to be credited. So everything else, if I add all of that up on the credit side, it should equal the total of your bank. If it doesn't, it means you didn't apply the double entry principle and you have made a mistake. So make sure that you understand this is what you can get 100% correct by just studying that. Bank is debited, the rest is credited from the cash receipts journal. Posting now from the cash receipts journal. It is important to understand that we've got money columns. That will be bank and fee income. And everything else was taken to sundry accounts. So when we're posting, again, I'm going to remind you of this continuously. When we're posting, bank is going to be debited, the total, and the rest is going to be credited. But now you have to be very careful. When we're posting money columns, it will always be on the last day of the month. You cannot use 25th of January. That's not the last day of the month. January ends on the 31st. And when we're posting sundry accounts, we never ever take the total 150,000, 145 in this case, and we post it where to in the general ledger. We have to post everything inside sundry accounts, capital, loan, and interest on current account. We have to post that individually to their ledger account on the day on which the transaction took place. So we're going to start with the first one, capital, and you would notice now there's a number B1. That is the number in the general ledger. It is in the balance sheet section, account number B1. So posting now, we start with the year and the month. It is January 2024 on day 1. And now the details means which is the contra account. Where did we take that money to? The business received money, so bank was debited. It means that capital is going to be credited. Now we need to say from where did we get this information? We got it from the cash receipts journal number 1 and the total is 100,000. Now, the last step, in our journal, we need to indicate. Now we're going to fill that in folio. Where did we take this? We took this to account number B1 in the general ledger. Bank. From the cash receipts journal, bank will always be debited. We start with the date. That will be January and the year 2024 on the last day of the month, which is the 31st, and my details is going to be total receipts. You can say sundry accounts. I use total receipts. I look at what is the total receipts from the cash receipts journal number 1, and the total was 177,945. Next step, indicate where did we take this to? We took it to account number B4. That is for the balance sheet section, account number B4. Next, we've got loan. Loan, please remember, you cannot just write loan. You have to write the name of the bank. So we've got loan is a liability. So our liabilities will increase if we borrowed more money. Secondly, bank is debited, the rest is credited. On the credit side, we start with the date, January 2024, and now we have to post it on the day of the transaction, which is the 20th, and the contra account is bank. From the cash receipts journal, your details will always be bank, and the total, 50,000. In folio, in my cash receipts journal, we're going to say we've posted it to account number B5 in the general ledger. Now we move on to the nominal account section. So the first account that we need to post to is fee income. And notice there's a money column for fee income, which means we have to take the total on the last day of the month. This is an income, which means that our income will increase on the credit side. We start with the year and the month, January 2024, on the 31st. My details, which is the contra account, is bank from the cash receipts journal, and the total is 27,800. Last step, indicate in your cash receipts journal, this was taken to account number N1 in the general ledger. Lastly, we have to post interest on current account. Again, it's under sundry accounts, which means we have to post it on the day of when the transaction took place. Income will always increase on the credit side. From the cash receipts journal, bank was debited, the rest is credited. January 2024, on the 25th, my contra account is bank, cash receipts journal, and the total is 145. Last step, indicate that you have posted that 145 to account number N2 in the nominal account section in the general ledger. Take note if you look at the cash receipts journal. I did not highlight the 150,145. We do not do anything with that total. We have taken that 100,000, 50,000, 145, which makes up that total. We have posted it to capital, loan, Capitec Bank, and interest on current account. If you have a look now at the activity, you will see, as I've mentioned in the beginning, from the cash receipts journal, bank is debited, the rest is credited. So if I add up all of that on the credit side, it should equal 177,945. If it doesn't, it means you've made a mistake. Thank you very much. I want to leave you with this quote. Failure is the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. Next activity, we are going to focus on posting from the cash payment journal to the general ledger. Have a wonderful day.